Island Peak Climb. It is a great summit for first-time climbers who are looking for something a little more challenging than the other high-altitude trekking in Nepal. Namaste, Saligram here. Today I am going to give you some tips for Island Peak climbing. The first question asked by many customers is, I have never climbed before. Can I go for Island Peak? Well, there's always first time for everything, including peak climbing. Non-technical peaks which can be climbed safely by trekkers, and even slightly technical peaks can be attempted by the beginner climber with a professional climbing guide. Previous climbing experience certainly helps, but no prior experience is required for Island Peak climbing. At Island Peak Base Camp, our climbing Sherpa guide will organize a special climbing training session on required climbing skill and use of climbing equipment. Climbing peak is not easy at higher altitude. Pre-physical training is must to make successful trip without a pain. Another frequent asked question is, how difficult is the Island Peak climbing? Climbing peak is physically very hard, tough. You will trek through the rough terrain at over 5,000 meters. Once you reach the glacier field, you must drop up and wear crampons. The ascent is very steep and the air is thinner. However, the climbing route is safe because of the fixed rope lines. You must be prepared physically and mentally before the trip. Everyone's body responds differently, and depending on your body and health condition, you might need to prepare yourself accordingly. However, if you are fit and in good shape, you will be able to enjoy the whole experience. The biggest problem in Island Peak climbing, the people face their own fear. Have I done the right training? Do I have the right mountaineering experience? Having a positive frame of mind is so important. If you have done all the preparation and training, you should feel confident in your own ability. Enjoy the journey rather than focusing on the top. You will get there. You need a climbing permit to climb Island Peak, which is issued by the Nepal Mountaineering Association, authorizing the climber to attempt the peak. Attempting climb without permit is illegal. We will arrange all these permit and travel documents for you, no worries. In general, mid-September to November and mid-March to May are two best climbing seasons in Nepal. The most frequent asked question is, what gear do I need for Island Peak climbing? If you join me and my team, we will provide you all the necessary gears for climbing, like boots, crampon, ice axe, ice bar, ice screw, zoomer, harness, figure of 8, safety helmet, carabiners, and climbing rope etc. You don't have to be worried about climbing equipment, and you don't need to buy anything yourself. Make sure you have some knowledge about altitude sickness. Yes, there is always a chance you might get, never know. Make sure you are drinking and not dehydrated, climb slow and steady, and always follow the necessary precaution to avoid altitude sickness. Please check the link above in the screen to know more about altitude sickness. Another frequent asked question, what type of insurance do I need? We strongly suggest you to have all-inclusive travel insurance policy covering all the aspects of your adventure, though we ensure you that there would be hardly an evacuation or any health issue, as your leader is medically trained and has ample knowledge to deal with any life-threatening situation. But it is always wise to have insurance as a backup just for in case. Yes, another important question. What is the cost for Island Peak climbing? The cost depends on number of climbers in the group. The cost of the climb consists of your trekking cost, transportation cost, airfare, climbing duration, and permit cost. Please consult us. Contact details are in description, so we can give you the exact price for the trip. So at the end, why to climb Island Peak with Mountain All Treks or my team? We are one of the most reputable company for the quality service, proper safety backup, responsible travel with the detailed logistic support through the trip. We have experienced Sherpa climbing guide, and we provide all the personal and group climbing gear including the climbing boots, which means one can join the climbing trip with us with the normal trekking gear. No need to worry or invest of any of the climbing gear just for this trip. Every year we are growing, and trekkers and climbers who have joined once with us prefer to come back again for another adventure trip with us, because they know we do our best to make the trip responsible, safe and trip of lifetime. For more information, contact us. We will organize your trip as you want within your budget. And please subscribe my channel, like, comment and share. I will bring another informative video for you. Stay tuned. Namaste.